Hi there, this here is by Dr. Welch talking about the balance of herbs and things that ain't good. And I thought I'd share this article with you. Now, Dr. Welch here is a MD now, so he is a licensed doctor. Now, he talks about what is herbal medicine. Now, herbal medicine is kind of like herbalist and botanist medicine, things in that area, is not a license. It's not licensed. Now, some parts of the world, they do give license for the practice, but not here in the United States. And it has been practiced since ancient times, and herbal medicine has been used by many different cultures throughout the world to treat illness and to assess body function. These drugs that we are taking now, and you hear on the news and TV commercials, but it can cause da 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 da. These synthetic drugs work very fast, but these synthetic drugs came from the beginning from something from the plants or certain uh, animals that produces certain chemicals in our body. Now, the difference between herbal medicine and some of these practitioners that practice in remedies is that herbal medicine is strictly plants. They don't go out and kill 100,000 sharks for the fins. They don't go kill out a bunch of rhinos for their horns or slaughter countless animals just for their remedies. This is strictly plants and stuff that was used from nature. Now, they said there's a fine line between food and medicine on herbs, as Dr. Welch talked about. Now, I use turmeric in a lot of my dishes when I'm cooking. So, and it's also saying, India, where the women eat a lot of it, that they have the lowest rate of autism disease. So, the fact is that many of the herbs that we put into our body is really good for us, like rosemary and thyme is good for pain. Turmeric is also good for pain, but if you like spicy foods and things like that, I like adding it in with my curry, and I have the cumin also I use. So I like mixing all that in together. And then he talks about just different plants that's good for them, like aloe. Everybody knows about aloe plant. It's used for minor burns and sunburns and things like that. And say, well, calamine tea is good for indigestion, upset stomach, heartburn, indigestion. Good man at work just have acid reflux. So there's a lot of things he can't eat now that he wants to eat. So I made him this list up for him. And then a doctor sent him this big, huge list of what he can't have. He's got to have brown rice. He can't have chocolate. He can't have this. He can't have that. I got my big old long list of what I could and couldn't eat for my fibromyalgia and my arthritis, deteriorating arthritis here. And the list was long, and it said I couldn't have caffeine. I want to tell you, I work. I'm punching, and part of fibromyalgia is fatigue, battling chronic pain and fatigue. So caffeine is a booster. It keeps you going. So I went along that list, and I could tell the difference in some things, but also too, I was missing out on a lot of the nutrition values that I needed too. So you have to supplement yourself. You're going to go strictly by what that doctor tells you. You need to go and find some supplements to replace many of the things that your body needs that you're not getting in these foods anymore. So, and like I say, let's talk about garlic. Ingested possibility reduces cholesterol and blood pressure and treats fungus infection and colds. Now, for fungus infection, get your little thing of oil, put you some fresh garlic in there, heat it up on medium roughly, and allow it to cool down, and set it to the side, and just leave the garlic in there and put your little bottle, and then you can turn it and allow it to set for a couple hours. Now, if you want to heat it up again a little bit more, You can, but don't scorch the oil. Now, you want that garlic to soak up in that oil. Now, the stronger you want it, you can take and pour the oil over some more garlic and reheat it up and make it stronger. And then what I will do simply is I will just save my garlic from what you grained off and take and put it into a jar and then pour the other back into it and leave the garlic in your little jar of oil for the purpose of treating your fungus there with it. Okay, so, and of course, it's talk about ginger is analgesic for nausea, motion sickness, and as an anti-inflammatory, and it's also antibiotic. When I was out doing one of my nature walks with my son, I showed him a wild garlic growing and showed him what it looked like. I also showed him what a false Solomon looked like. And digging up the root to false Solomon, the root itself is good for pain. So that's something there. So that's what I'm saying is that, peppermint tea is ingested for nausea and other digestive problems. Now, passion flower is ingested for non-sedative relaxation. Now, I want to tell you something about peppermint tea. Some people cannot drink peppermint tea. A friend of mine said it shoots it. She can't have it because of her blood pressure. I can drink peppermint tea and I have no problem with it. And I have blood pressure problems. But the difference between my lifestyle and hers is that I do not consume any TV dinners whatsoever, and I don't consume Hot Pockets or any of that. Yes, I still eat things I shouldn't eat, and that's something that I have to pay the price for. But overall, I still consume fresh fruit and other ingredients, where a lot of people do not do that. So my eating style is somewhat different, and I still do my bad foods, but I don't consume as much of the processed stuff in my system as many people do. So, and we go, of course, talk about turmeric and its inflammation and protects against cancer and autism disease. And then, so this is just a few lists. Now, what one should expect to a practitioner or herbal medicine depends on what it is. Depends on what part of the world you're in, whether it's traditional Chinese medicine or Indian medicine or even American medicine. There is different ones that many of the practitioners will expect you. They will sit down and will ask you questions overall, how you feel and what areas of your body hurts you and things in that area before they even begin to prescribe you any kind of herbal solution. So then another thing too is some of them do practice certain rituals, certain cleanings of your soul, your spirit. They practice this. Now, not all of them do. Many of them just finds out what it is that's ailing you, what's wrong, and they ask you about your family and what runs in the family, whether it's heart disease or arthritis or blindness or depression or whatever. So then they will mix you up a mixture of this herbal remedy for you, where they tell you to fix it in a tea, or they make it up in a tincture for you, or in any of those areas. So there is different types of herbalists. Now, unfortunately, there is those out there who are just fake. They have no knowledge of anything. They don't. Let me take it back. They do have knowledge in order to do this, but they'll pretend they're going through a cleansing ritual and all this other with you in order for you to buy their product. Now, remember, you have to. If you can find one that you trust and rely upon, then go for it. Health food stores are not the same. Health food stores will carry, many of them will carry a great knowledge on what each herb does, and many of them are very firm believers. But you got to also remember, many of them that hires people off the streets to work in the stores has never taken an herbal supplement in their life. So there's a difference on it. Before you decide any medication, any herbs, you need to do research, and there's certain reasons for it. Some of them can cause side effects with the medication your doctor has you on. So before you take that herb, you need to talk to your doctor and ask them, can I take this with my medication? If he advises you not to, then it's best not to. If you can live without that medication and you want to try the herbal supplement instead, if you go 2 weeks without your blood pressure medicine and you want to try a couple of these herbal medications supposed to lower your blood pressure down, then you can try it. But many of them does not work well with the medication. The reasons for that is many of these medications have been created originally from plants or whatever, but they've been synthesized. So they can have side effects to it. Even without the meds, they have side effects to it. Okay. And if you're pregnant, you need to avoid herbs altogether, basically. Now there is a couple that you can take, like you can take ginger for morning sickness. You can take around 1,000 milligrams, and it's talking about candid form. Now I did a recipe. I showed you how to make your candid form ginger in the morning. I mean, you can make cook it and piece it up like that if you want to. Now, it says, now, nursing apart from herbs that can stimulate breast milk production is, we're talking about blessed thistle and alfalfa and a couple other ingredients. Women who are breastfeeding should avoid most medical herbs for the first 4 to 6 months of the baby's life. So, children, herbal remedies that are safe for adults may not be safe for children. For guidance, see Healthy Child, Whole Child by Stuart, by a gentleman named Stuart. So the thing is, and then there's one also, Russell Greenfield, MD, also published one. Now, that's something you need to think about. Also, if you are going to give your children herbal supplements, and they are safe for them, you may take 400 milligrams of that, but that child, depending on the age, may only have 100 milligrams. So you need to think in that situation, on that herbal situation. So there is a governing body that oversees the criteria crystal in herbal medicine. No, the practice of herbal medicine is not a licensed profession in the U.S., but herbs are sold in the U.S. as dietary supplements available to anyone. Consumers should educate themselves before buying them. So we basically talked about it. And how one gets in touch with a practitioner of herbal medicine. Anyone can claim to be an herbalist. Remember, that's what I was telling you about. They can claim to be, so be sure to look for someone with extensive training. Practitioners of both traditional Chinese medicine and other herbals for treatment. You may be able to find a knowledge practitioner through the American Herbalist Guide. So that'd be something you want to do. American Herbalist Guide to check. Again, like I said, some will claim, and they will talk a good story, and they will get you to buy some of this high price stuff that you may not even need. Whatever ailment you may not even involve some of these certain herbs that they're talking you in getting, and going to cost you an arm and a leg. Because you want herbs and stuff for whatever that medical condition is. You don't want to take and buy a $500 ounce herb when you only needed that $5 ounce herb. So that's something you need to be careful and check into it there. Are there other therapies that might work well in conjunction with herbal medicine? There is some doctors, and there's some that do. They do work side by side. There is many medical doctors now also who is trying wants people to try herbal supplements before they put them on medications due to the side effects of the meds. So they do recommend that. What is a doctor's worldview of medical medicine? The principal advantage of herbs is their complexity. Says medical parts contain a wide range of chemical compounds, which gives them therapeutic powers. For example, while whole cocoa leaves is the #1 medical plant, they use it to treat gastrointestinal. Specified for both diarrhea and constipation. Its ability to treat two opposite disease state springs from the fact that cocoa contains 14 bioactive alkaloids, some of which stimulates the gut while others inhibit gut's activity. When the whole mixture enters the body, receptors in the gut tissue bind to the alkaloids that are needed for the body to return it to its equilibrium. Equal level, you know what I'm saying? Now, it says don't buy whole dry herbs from bins or jars in stores. These loose herbs are probably worthless because dry parts deteriorate upon exposure to air, light and moisture, and finally chop the part plants are the faster they lose their desirable quality. See, I didn't really realize it because I grind up a bunch of mine and put them in a jar, but I think they still have benefit. Avoid in capsule powder herbs because when plants are ground into powder, they expose to oxygens which cause them to deteriorate. Well, I've been taking capsule herbs for years, so I know it helps me. I can tell it benefits it, tell how I feel. The best herbal medicine are those you grow yourself. Maintaining a personal herb garden can ensure freshness and quality, and I do it for you now. I do believe in harvesting your own if you can and growing your own. You know where it's at. But I'm going to tell you, people have been for centuries grinding their own herbs and hanging them upside down and grinding them up into powder form for medication. So, and I'm not saying he's wrong, but they've been doing this for centuries. Okay, and then they also taught buy Chinese herb products only from reputable sources and avoid those that do not list ingredients. Some herbs from China has been contaminated with toxic metals. So that's something else too. Is be careful on what you are buying from some of these Chinese herbalists and things, and even the local herbalists as well. Unfortunately, some of the herbs, like I said, even the products, we'll have products that can ship over here, and we've become very codependent in other countries to buy cheap products, and there's a lot of chemical stuff been found in them. So this is Life Prepper here. I hope this helps you a little bit on deciding whether you want to go with herbs or medication, or you want to try both. There's these good points and bad points. Please read on them and research them before you decide on any herbs. Learn 10 plants. Learn 10 plants that can help you around your neighborhood. You got plantain, you got daisies, you got other plants that's growing wild. It's become an invasive species here. Learn 10 plants that could benefit you health-wise that you might want to try in teas and stuff. So, this is Life Prepper here. I want you to be safe, be happy. Bless you all.